Hello everyone, it is Adam from the All Japan Show. It is the first video of 2026 and I am here to give you, and you can see by the shirt I'm wearing, my show recap of Babybeard in London. This happened on Sunday. It's now Tuesday as I'm putting this video out. So it's a couple of days after the show. And I'm here basically just to give you my thoughts on it, what happened, and all that. I put a tweet out about this yesterday, basically saying that I was going to do setlist spoilers in this video. I've since decided, actually, I'm not going to do that because there's still, I think, 2 shows left of the tour. At this time that I'm recording this, it's either 2 or 3. Got a feeling it's 2. No, it's 3. Sorry, excuse me, 3. There's 3 shows left on the tour. And I don't really want to give anything away, really, for people that haven't seen a show yet. I did do the VIP for the show. I'm also not going to be showing any of the stuff that you get for VIP for the same reason. I don't want to spoil what you get in case people haven't seen it yet. I know that there are pictures of the VIP goodies that are floating around on Twitter that other people have posted, not myself. I haven't posted them, but other people I've seen have posted what the VIP stuff is. I'm not going to do that. So, here's the show recap. So, I turned up pretty early. It must have been about 3 hours or something, 2 or 3 hours before the VIP actually started. The VIP started at 7 p.m. And, you know, just hanging out with a few friends, having a few drinks, chatting about the show as you do. And then the VIP started. We went in. Honestly, I don't know about any of the other places in the tour. I don't know about any of the other countries on the tour. There wasn't that many VIPs for London. I think I counted there was 7 in total, including there was one girl who came late and missed the initial VIP and then had to do her VIP session a little bit after everyone else. Including her, I think it was about 7 people who were actually VIP in London. So there wasn't that many. And I think part of the reason for that, as I've said to other people in the build-up to the show, I think part of the reason for that may have been because the VIP tickets were actually sold on a different website to the general entry tickets. So you bought the general entry ticket on one site. I think it was either C Tickets or Dice had them. I bought mine on Dice. And then you had to go to another website to get the VIP. And I don't know if people missed that or what, but there was only about 7 people that were VIP. It was a very, very sort of informal session. The band were there. You could chat with them. And, you know, they gave you the wares and things that were for the VIP. And then you got to hang around in the venue and look at merch and buy merch before the show and just hang out. And it was cool. So that happened. Then we had a band on. They were called Raven Hymn. They were the openers for this. And they described themselves as sort of like medieval metal. And it was really interesting. It was not anything I've really seen before. The only way I can really describe it is sort of like medieval stroke Viking sort of, you know, metal type thing. And it was quite good, actually. I quite enjoyed it. Their merch table was nuts, man. You could buy fucking like Viking horns and you know, and that type of ilk at their merch table. It was quite cool. And then what was quite funny is during their set, they were sort of taking the piss out of the fact that their style of music doesn't really fit with Babybeard. which I thought was quite funny. But they were talking about that made me laugh throughout the show. So they were kind of taking the piss out of the fact that their songs didn't really fit with the same, metal, J-pop metal fucking thing that Babybeard were doing. So that was funny. So we had about 30 minutes of that. And then Babybeard came on, and I can only describe all hell ensuing, because it was just intense from the start all the way to the finish. There was metal, there was wrestling, it was insane, and I absolutely loved it. Ladybeard, it doesn't matter what group he's in, whether he's performing by himself or whether he's performing in a group, it's always absolutely top class. I've seen him live 3 times. Once with Deadlift Lolita, I saw him do a DJ set on his own a few years ago, and now with Babybeard. And every time I've seen him, it has been absolutely top class. Suzu and Mizuki are also fantastic, absolutely brilliant. All 3 of them are just so good. If you have not seen the show yet, like I said, I believe there's 3 shows left. I think it's I might be wrong. I think it's Hamburg, Cologne, and there's a show in Italy as well. I think that's what's left in the tour. Absolutely incredible. What a fucking amazing first Europe tour for Babybeard. And as Ladybeard said back on Sunday, this was the first time that Babybeard had performed in the UK. And it was a great turnout as well. That was the other thing. It was a great turnout. Because at one point I was thinking to myself, I wonder how many people are going to show up for this, because when I bought my VIP ticket back in November, I was only the second person to buy one. So I'm thinking, oh, I hope the turnout's going to be good. And the turnout was good. It's just most people bought, I would say a good 95% of people bought just the general entry ticket. But it was great turnout. Mosh pits at the end, wall to death moshing. It was just absolutely great. I loved it, and really cannot wait for Babybeard to come back to the UK. They absolutely have to after this. It was so much fun. I loved it. If you've been to any of the shows so far on the tour, that's Helsinki, Paris, London, or Amsterdam, let me know what you thought. It was fantastic, I thought, in London. How was it in the countries where you've seen them? How was the VIP experience there? How many VIPs turned up at your show? Like I said, we had about 7 in London. Did you have less? Did you have more? Let me know. I'll see you next time.